What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today guys, we are going to be building a new team. We're going to build a full first owner squad builder guys with some of the players that I've got, some of the upgraded cards and such. And we're going to be playing a live FUTChamps game, but I have got comments from the comment section, so we're going to kind of almost like ruin a random of this kind of one, you know, like get the comments up and go from there. Before we get into that though guys, if you're enjoying the content, dropping a thumbs up would be much appreciated. Of course, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Mixer. Social links are down below. Before I get into anything, the first comment is from Steel Pulse, and he says, do you think you're losing more often in a draft because you or others have convinced people to play draft instead of champs, and has it increased the skill level in that mode? No, in fact, it would have a more beneficial effect for me the more people that play it. Because if you think, I'm not claiming I'm a high-end player or anything, right? I'm an elite player, like maybe Gold 1 this year. We've only played FUTChamps for the full weekend, 3 times? And we got 22, 22, and 23. So I'm about that level, right? That's where I'm at, 22, 23 wins, whether that's elite or gold or whatever. Because there's so few people above that line and so many people below that line, the more people from the total pool that go into draft, the more chance there is of me coming up against somebody who's not good, right? So it would actually have a positive impact in that regard. I genuinely was losing because I changed my thumbsticks. People, some guy had a comment, he thought it was because of my finger sleeve. Nothing to do with my finger sleeve. I wear the finger sleeve. In essence, you see. Let me go to this screen here, right? Let me show you guys. You see this here, by the way, Scuff controllers. Hey, we might as well do this. Scuff controllers, get your Scuff controllers. Code NepentheZ at checkout. You've got today and tomorrow, I believe, to get your order in for it to be shipped before Christmas. They are genuinely the best controllers I've ever used, and I'll kind of explain why throughout talking to you naturally about it and showing you certain things. But they're brilliant, and they have the new controller out as well, which has the digital tap buttons. So they're like mouse pointers. Oh, hold on, let me put it there. You hear that? It's a mouse. It's like a mouse click instead of like the normal controllers. So if you love the digital tap controllers, they have them, and this one doesn't have the vibration thing in the middle either. So this is an extremely lightweight controller that is really, really nice. And I use this when I play COD with NepentheZ. But the controller I use here, and again, if you want to check Scuff out, link is down below, code NepentheZ at checkout, that would be amazing. So this is a promo piece, but this isn't a promo piece. Does that make sense? Like, I will do this for promoting the company, for promoting the brand, but it's based on my genuine love of the controller. So when I used to use old PlayStation controllers, let me see if I can get one. Do I have one here? Yes, perfect. This is a regular PlayStation controller, right? You see this line, hold on, let me focus. Hello, you want to focus? It's not going to focus, is it? There we go. You see this line here where the controller like is put together? That rubs on my knuckle here. In fact, I can feel it already. Like there's a little bit down here that's kind of like lifted just a little bit, and that stuff rubs on my knuckle, right? So what I had to start doing was I had to start wearing a finger sleeve. Because I play so much FIFA, because I play so many video games, I started putting this finger sleeve on my finger so that it would no longer rub against my skin. Instead, it would rub against the fabric. Since I've had Scuff controllers, where their controllers are like kind of put together, it's not raised, it's perfectly straight. And so I don't need the finger sleeve anymore. I actually just wear it out of... It just feels normal now because I spent like a couple years wearing a finger sleeve. When I don't have it on, when I pick up a controller, it doesn't feel right. Does that make sense? Like I'm like, oh, I need to pop this on. So I always put a finger sleeve on, even though I don't need to play with the finger sleeve. So first of all, these controllers are just far more comfortable because of that. They've got a great grip. They don't wear at your fingers if you play a lot of games. And just generally speaking, they're great controllers. And one of the other great things is when my PlayStation controller, and I've had a few, when the thumbsticks get worn out, the controller's done, right? Because you can't change them. That's it. Like, and again, because I play so much, and especially with FIFA, where you use the thumbsticks far more than you use the D-pad or the buttons, when they wear out and get spongy, that's it. The controller's done. We've got to throw the controller away. Job done, right? With Scuff, you have the benefit of being able to pop this in and take the thumbstick out, right? So now that's what the controller looks like, and you can put a new thumbstick in. So a couple days ago, my thumbsticks got spongy, and I want to show you the difference between a spongy thumbstick and a non-spongy thumbstick, right? This really, and this is as well part of the response as my draft stuff, and right, this all has like its own stuff. So you can see the difference there between a brand new thumbstick and a thumbstick that is completely worn, right? This one here is completely worn. It's a bit spongy. It's a bit spongy, and you know, it just doesn't feel great in my thumb. Whereas this one, of course, is brand new, as is, well, that is the one that I put into my controller, and it felt good. When I changed the right thumbstick, so what you'll also notice, as I ruin my game of FIFA here, which you can't see because I'm very bad with the controller. When I changed my right thumbstick, what I have is the left thumbstick is a thumbstick that is inverted, right? So you can kind of see like curves in. The right thumbstick that I use is this one, and it is like concave, right? Oh, sorry, convex, right? So this one loops up and this one loops in, right? It just feels better on my fingers. My left thumb sits in the left one, and it sits in and it doesn't really move. And the right one, because it's kind of curved like that, it gives me the freedom to like rotate my thumb more to help with skill moves. My right thumbstick is worn. You can see that there. I changed and put a new right thumbstick in, and it like something was wrong. And so I lost 5 drafts. I was struggling to play. I wasn't playing good FIFA. I was just genuinely struggling a lot. And I lost 5 drafts, right? I changed my right thumbstick back to the spongy one. And although it still isn't perfect because it's like, it's spongy, right? And of course, with scuff, the great thing about it is when you get a spongy thumbstick, you don't need to change the whole controller. You could just change the thumbsticks, right? So I went back to the spongy thumbstick and I won back-to-back drafts. And so it's definitely a case of I did something when I changed the thumbstick over. I don't know if I didn't put it in properly. I don't know if the harshness of the thumbstick was what was costing me and causing me to do things, but I was trying skill moves and it just wasn't registering and stuff. So I don't know what I changed. I don't know what I did to screw up. But I went from 57 wins in 100 entries to 57 wins in 106 entries. And then last night I played 2 more drafts, won them back to back. And off the back of that, I actually packed some pretty nice players. I got 2 25k packs and 2 5k packs last night. I'm over 4,000 players now as well, which is good. And we got, I don't have the video for it. I wasn't recording. I just had the screen on. I didn't have my game capture open, so I couldn't record it. But we got our first ever Team of the Year nominee card, guys. That's right. We packed a Team of the Year nominee card. I'll give you 5 guesses. You'll probably need 1 as to who it is. And the answer is it's Tagliafico. So he's obviously worthless. He came out of a 25k pack. He's worthless and pretty useless as far as a card goes. I already have the 86 Tagliafico. I already have the Road to the Final Jordi Alba. This card is worth 11,000 coins. I think it discards for 10k, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's like, it's pretty damn pointless, as is this Dumfries these days as well, because he's not going to get upgraded. But we do have a couple of upgraded cards. We have ourselves, obviously, Jordi Alba that got upgraded. He's untradeable though, isn't he? And we have Mbabu and Corona that all got upgraded for us. So let's go to rating high to low here. Let's go quality special. So again, if you want Scuff controllers for Christmas, guys, scuff.co/NepentheZ, or just follow the link down below. Let's get this Jordi Alba here. Where is he? There. So he actually had a nice upgrade. I mean, he was already a quality card. He's now a better card. He had a really nice upgrade. But the other 2 guys as well, and Babu, who we're going to put in our team today, and Corona, had phenomenal upgrades. Big upgrade. I don't particularly think Corona's quite good enough yet, even though he's an 86 rated card. He's got good stam. His dribbling is obviously very nice, but his passing and shooting isn't quite good enough. So maybe a Deadeye Chem style on him would make him quite good. And then we've got Mbabu, who I think has quite a phenomenal upgrade. 94 base pace, really good pace anyway. Decent passing for a fullback, great crossing for a fullback, good defending, great physicals, and well-rounded dribbling. You could boost him up dribbling, defending, and physical with the backbone, I believe it is. I'd stick with the anchor personally just to give him the pace, defending, and physical. But this is a quality card. And if Wolfsburg advance to the next round, he'll go up to an 86. This has a chance of being like a top tier right back by the end of the game. So in terms of the draft specifically, guys, I don't think me talking a lot about the draft is causing some issues. I genuinely believe I had a controller problem yesterday because some of the things that were happening was just like unexplainable. Even it wasn't input delay, it wasn't button lag, it wasn't anything. It was just like, okay, something is fundamentally broken. And as I say, upon putting the thumbstick back in, it ended up working well for me, right? So, we have the next comment is from Maximum NUFC. Now, far be it from me to tell you to enjoy or not enjoy a player, but he says, you clearly haven't watched Pieface23 banging 2 goals per game in champs with Simon. And obviously, I look at this Simon card, I don't particularly like it. I think this is a 10 a penny kind of card. I think there's multiple cards out there that are very similar to this. Obviously he's got great pace, great agility and balance. He's got 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. There's a lot positive about this card. The negatives about this card, for me, and again, this is for me, this is my interpretation of FIFA and how the game's played. He has terrible reactions, average composure, and awful passing, right? For a guy who's going to be like a midfielder, you need them to be able to pass. I can't tell you the difference I felt with Ian Wright when I took off the Hawk and put on the engine with him to boost his passing. The amount of times, and it's not even good still, but I already felt a difference. The amount of bad passes I made with him, and I was just like, look, this is impossible. I just can't do anything. I gave the engine, it's a tiny passing boost. Now, of course, I could boost Simon's passing as well. His dribbling's decent enough, other than the reactions and stuff. But I just don't think that 60k for him is particularly worth it when there are so many cards that are very similar to this. And as I say, far be it from me to tell you if you like or don't like a card. I love the variety that EA are putting out there. It's great. If you guys are able to use this and find this to be good, right? However, the art of scoring in this game isn't particularly difficult to the point where you can kind of make anyone score 2 goals per game, specifically in the very early games of FIFA, of FUT Champs, or in Rivals. If you're a quality player and you've tanked 5 divisions or 4 divisions to get objectives done, of course you're going to score. You could put a silver guy with pace in and you score loads of goals. If you're a quality player, you pick this card up and you play your first 10 FUT Champs games, likelihood is you'll have 15 or 20 goals with him because it's just easy. Those games are way easier, right? So I think it would be interesting to see how people perform with these games in crunch games, in games where you're at a high form or when you're in your natural division in Rivals, rather than in the first few Champs games. However, what we're going to do, because today we're going to build a let me get bronzes up. Because today we're going to build a first owner squad, I'll go and get this card, and we'll pop him into our first owner squad here today, and we'll see. I like the fact that he's 4-star, 5-star. That Jonathan card as well, the Brazilian, he's brilliant too, and he's 4-star, 5-star. And there's a few things wrong with him, but he's still brilliant. So we'll give it a shot. I'm hoping the high rated cards here are going to be enough to give me the rating without it doing too much. I just need 1 French league player, so we got lots of rating there. Let's go for rating low to high and pop this guy in. Block. I just want to check out that he's not some like 4K bronze or something like that. I should be getting rid of my bronzes though. I mean, he's down in the 5s and 4s, maybe 600 or so, but yeah, there you go. 61 rated, loads of chemistry. You don't even need the chemistry. So we'll take this lone Simon. Now I know as well you need FUTMAS cards for some objectives. So I'm going to pick up every lone FUTMAS card this week, and I'm going to get all the objective cards, because there is obviously season objectives where you need What is it? FUTMAS Gathering. Play 4 squad battles matches with 4 FUTMAS players. Play a squad battles match with 5 FUTMAS players. Play a squad battles match with 3. And play a squad battles match with a FUTMAS player. So I'll wait until I have 5. And then we'll do all of these at once. And collect all of these packs at once. And then for Gabamin, do you need... No, you don't need. You need an Ivory Coast player. You need score 8 goals in Rivals to earn FUTMAS Gabamin, which we could obviously get the loan Gabamin as well. So, you know, so far we could get 3 FUTMAS cards, and they only have 3 game loans as well. So it's not, we're not in like a great spot in that sense. So for today, I know this video is going to be getting on a fair bit here. We're going to build another squad. We're going to build a first owner squad with some of the upgraded players and some players that I use very rarely, or some players that I haven't used yet. So it is going to be a full first owner squad. Much like, you know, FIFA of last year, where we only had first owner players, but this is going to be a full first owner squad builder for us. And the first thing I want to do is just go and get some cards that I know I want to use that are first owner. So Jordi Alba I want to use because he's upgraded, which means PK, David Villa and Ter Stegen are all going to be in there. That Di Maria I want to use, so we're going to go for some Argentinians and potential French league cards. So let's throw Mascherano in there. We'll throw Ian Wright in there as well, just because we might need some links. I'm not going to take Hulk. I might use Corona. Oh, could we use... Yeah, we could link Corona to Bruno Fernandes. He's not first owner, though, sadly, so we can't. And then we've got Martinez, Tagliafico. We'll take Guardiola as well. There's that Simon card. What else have we got? There's Jonathan and Mbabu. I don't know how I'm going to fit all of these cards in, guys. We're going to have to sacrifice some of them. Guilherme and Battaglia. I definitely want to check him out. So yeah, let's see. Now, obviously, this team I'm going to build isn't going to be great. How are we going to fit in? Let's put Battaglia there. Let's pop Di Maria in there. And let's pop Ian... No, let's not pop Ian right up there. Let's pop Martinez up there. We'll pop Tagliafico in there. And it's tough, isn't it? Because I'm going to struggle. I'm going to struggle to get every... What I might have to do is just make some subs. Because I like the back line is going to be really tricky to fit together, because I can't link Mbabu unless I put in Elvedi. And I don't really want to use Elvedi. But he does give a strong link to Mbabu. He doesn't quite get full chemistry himself. And it would be... Yeah, I will use Simon. I'll sub Simon on. I'm happy to use that Battaglia card. I think I'm going to have to use Hulk on the right-hand side, though. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get in the chemistry on Jonathan. So we'll pop Hulk in there. Gives Hulk full chem. Gives Jonathan full chem. Guardiola full chem. And Babu full chem. Martinez is not on full chem. Battaglia is not on full chem. Yeah, I can't use Bruno Fernandes. That would have been nice, man. Bruno Fernandes and Corona. Like, Bruno Fernandes sadly was purchased. So we'll pop Corona on the bench. So we have Corona, Guilherme, and Simon on the bench. And we'll use those as our subs. I'm not going to change chem styles or anything either. Although I wouldn't mind putting a Hawk on Martinez. Not a Hunter for sure. I would definitely want a Hawk on him. So we'll pop a Hawk on there and give him a little boost. And then if I take an Argentinian manager, that will give me 4 chem from La Liga. No. Yeah, that will give me 5. That will take me to 99 chemistry. So I need an Argentinian manager first up, and then we'll just change him and put him to La Liga. Do we have an Argentinian? Nation Argentina. Yes, we do. There we go. Perfect. So we'll pop him in. That takes us to 98. And then, and I'm sure you guys said, just change formation. It works if you switch to a 3-3-3-2-3-1-4-5. And we need it from La Liga. There we go. So 99 chemistry on the squad. We're going to change our formation a little bit. I'm going to go back into the 4-2-2-2. So yeah, full first owner squad, just to show you guys. First owner Ter Stegen, first owner, of course, untradeable and Babu. So we've played 9 games with Ter Stegen, only 2 with them Babu, and I believe that was both in squad battles. No games with Elvedi. I do have the red version. I might have used the red version, but let me get the red version actually, because I might have already put a chem style on the red version. Yeah, there we go. I did put a chem style on him. So I have played some games with him, 2 games with him. First owner PK, of course. First owner Tagliafico. First owner Hulk. First owner Guardiola. First owner Battaglia. First owner Di Maria. First owner Jonathan, who I like a lot. And first owner Martinez, who I've had hit and miss with. And then for our tactics, guys, we're going to play a 4-2-2. We're not going to play drop back. We're going to play press on heavy touch. We're going to play balanced everywhere else. And we're going to go for our formation is going to be the 4-2-2. And then we're just going to swap around Battaglia and Hulk. And that's where we're going to have our squad set up. And then for here, we're going to get in behind and get in behind. Hulk is going to come back on defense. Di Maria come back on defense. Guardiola is going to stay back and cover center. Stay back and cover center. So my first ever game with Battaglia. My first ever game with Tagliafico. I do want to get some chem styles on those guys as well, because I want to use them a lot more. So I want an anchor on Battaglia. Quality card he's got as well. Really quality card. I've got a Hunter and a Shadow. They're both untradeable, so I can use those to my advantage. I might purchase a player, apply the chem style, and then sell the player to kind of like get the coins, if that makes any sense. And then Tagliafico can have the anchor as well. And then Babu, I think already has an anchor. Yeah, so Babu, guys, I mean, look at the boost he gets. 97 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. Great defensive boost. 83, 87, 95, 93, and 84 in interceptions. And then physicals, 94 strength, 90 aggression, 94 jumping, 98 stamina. It's a quality card. This is a pretty fun team. And then off the bench, we will bring on Simon. I want to bring him on up front instead of probably Martinez at halftime, unless we get a rage quit. We will bring on Corona for one of those wing spots, and we'll bring on Guillaume for one of those wing spots. And we'll just bring in some of our fun players for our first game. So let us get into the first game and take the next comment from the comment section. As I said, I have got some comments. So the comment is from Angelo. Apologies. He says, why do you keep relisting those Pepes? Seem like they've been there for a month or so. I have had them for a while. I keep relisting them just because every time I go into my trade pile, I just relist all, right? And he's just there. Eventually, I'm hoping that he'll get an upgrade or do enough in a game where it spikes his price so massively that they'll just sell for those prices. In the meantime, I am being stubborn. I am just hanging on to those cards. I've got 3 of the one to watch Pepes. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get them gone eventually. The next comment is from Jan Montero. Says, I'd love to see a vid on how you do the League SBCs, the status of the method you did last year, etc. into a vid. So the reason why that probably won't happen is because I do not enjoy grinding the menus this year. Last year, it was easy, man. Like, and I know EA have done a few things to make it harder on purpose. And I know we actually talked about it as well as to why they made it harder. You know, we made a video on where the problem is with that. But they have done some very, very, very strange things that made it so arduous to do the simplest things. Just like the fact that it now doesn't remember what league you were in or what position you were searching for. It doesn't remember, like, even if you set it to searching for untradables, Jesus Christ, untradables only, guess what? It doesn't remember that, right? It always resets back to everything. And that in itself is very frustrating, right? And it just turns me off. And after that, because the League SBCs aren't completely here yet, we don't have enough, the grind that I like to do isn't quite as sustainable and substantially impactful as I would like it to be before I get there. So I'm sure that I will eventually... Di Maria is clean, man. I'm sure that I will eventually get back into League SBC grind, and then I'll give a detailed series again. What I'll do is I'll start, like I did last year, I'll start a brand new account. All I'll do is start with bronze packs and then get to a point where I have, thousands of players and hundreds of thousands of coins with doing nothing other than packs. You know, no games, no SBCs, nothing like that, other than like league SBCs and such. Because I think it's important to teach people how to just have anything and everything in their account without spending coins or without spending FIFA points, I beg your pardon. Oh, is it in there? He didn't play the ball. His Chong looks laboured as hell. His Chong looks like he's like just really struggling to do anything. That's a good tackle from PK there. So yeah, we'll get there eventually. It's just when we get there is going to be the oh, go on, Jonathan. Oh, foul ref, no? Yes, when we get there is going to be like the deciding factor. In the meantime, you know, there are plenty of people out there that are already doing like grinding accounts and grinding streams and grinding videos where it shows you a good clean breakdown. Of course, everyone does have their own kind of spin, even on grinding league SBCs and stuff like that. Like there's so many things you can do differently to each individual. So, you know, I know some of you guys might just want to see what I do specifically rather than somebody else. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys for picking me, man. Thank you. But yeah, that will come in time. And I answered that question because I see it a lot. Like a lot of people, oh, go on, Battaglia, lad. Oh, what a save from Celestin. The next comment is from VK. He says, I don't think Arslan is nearly as good as Tonali and Battaglia. Obviously commenting me. And then he says, Arslan and Tonali are basically as good as each other and they're slightly better than Battaglia. But okay, worse links though. If you look at strictly face card stats, you are probably right. If you look at in-game stats, you are absolutely wrong, in my opinion. Yeah, the Arslan card has some very, very, very bad in-game stats in areas that are very important for what you need him for, right? So, and again, that's my opinion and my interpretation. I love Jonathan a lot. He's so good. That's my opinion and my interpretation. So, yeah, if you think that Arslan is a better card, hey, good for you. You know, again, like I'm not here to try and tell you what you should or shouldn't enjoy. I'm just telling you what I do enjoy, what I look for, what I'm about, basically, rather than trying to tell you what you should love or what you should hate. I'm going to make these subs now because I feel like this might not be a game that lasts past half time. And we're still going to be pushing on to 14 wins this weekend as well, guys. But like yesterday, as I say, it wasn't a good FIFA day for me yesterday, and I couldn't bear to play champs, so I didn't play any champs on Friday. So yeah, Saturday is the first day that I picked up the controller for champs. This is indeed my first game, actually. This is why Di Maria doesn't need a strong weak foot. Oh, hold on, just kidding. I was going to show you how the outside of the foot shot works. And then the next comment, as this guy goes through with Memphis. Whoa, sit down, pal. Yeah, I'll grab the next comment at the next break of play, which might be the end of the game. Look, I'll show you again. Even though I'm on Di Maria's right foot, right? When you get, I want to show the left foot shot, the outside of the foot shot. The next comment is from Benjamin C. And Benjamin says, I'm starting to think EA purposely continually crashing the market. We got to the stage where upgrading one player costs 800k to $1 million at least. By crashing the market, it reduces the selling power, negates the benefits of rewards, and pushes people towards FIFA points. You're absolutely right. And, you know, they've done something unprecedented this year. They have made FUTMAS a promo that has packs, has a special team in packs. And that is brand new. They've never done that before. And you know, it's surprising. It's really surprising. Don't quit, please. Let me bring my subs on. All right, let's bring on Simon. Let's bring on Corona. Let's bring on Guilherme. Yeah, they've never done that before. And so it is, you know, those Team of the Year nominee cards, they are barely an upgrade, right? Now, when they first came out, as I talked about before, I was like happy about them. I was like, wow, that's sick. You know, Team of the Year nominee cards. I was hoping that they would have, you know, there's a few things that I'd hope that they would have, right? First thing I would hope that they would have. Go on, Simon, lad, prove me wrong, pal. Prove me wrong. No, he's dead. The first thing I hoped is that they will be tied to league objectives, season objectives and milestones. You know, if there was a milestone that came out where it was like, do this and that and the other with a Team of the Year nominee card, and you will be rewarded with card A, B, or C, brilliant. I'm all for that. And so I kind of, every time we get a new card type, I get excited. I'm like, ooh, you know, now we might be in a position where we see something cool because of this. And I initially saw that they were boosted by +1s, and I thought to myself, you know what, this is also pretty cool. You know, obviously it would be better if they were boosted more. They are Team of the Year nominee cards. You know, Tagliafico is a Team of the Year nominee defender, and he's got a boost that is worse than his first inform and worse than his objective card. And so for me, that's kind of one of those things where it's like, what's the point? What's the point of that, right? So on the one hand, I quite like them, but on the other hand, it's like, what's the point of this Tagliafico card? Just make him an 88. Again, it's the same thing about that Moreles card and the other SBC that we got, the Munir card, right? Just boost their stats massively. Who cares, man? Everyone's already running around with Neymars and Mbappes and, like, you know, even this Quincy Promes, right? The one to watch Promes that most people did for 40k. He's now up at an 84. Why would you take that, you know, say, for example, that Moreles card or with Tagliafico? Who the hell wants that nominee Tagliafico when you could have just grinded to get the regular Tagliafico, right? Doesn't make sense. So I don't know why EA didn't boost these Team of the Year nominee cards to represent them being Team of the Year-esque players. Right, come on, Simon Powell. You know, I don't quite get it. I wish they had done that. So that's the first thing. The next thing that I would say is what they've done with putting these special cards in packs during this promo, during FUTMAS, where it was never about packs, it was always about SBCs, is they've kind of just, again, they have manipulated the market and it's crashed players a lot. For example, Neymar is down to 800,000 coins on PlayStation. Last Friday, he was 1.1 million coins. So in 8 days, he's dropped 300,000 coins. And he's crashed specifically the last couple of days because of this new blue Neymar, right? This new Team of the Year Neymar nominee is out. But the Neymar nominee, he doesn't have +1s everywhere. You know, it's just misleading from EA. He has +1s in some stats, not in all stats. And so let's give a little breakdown of what it actually is. He gets 1 acceleration, no sprint speed. 1 positioning, finishing, volleys and penalties, which are largely irrelevant anyway. No shot power or long shots. Now, shot power, especially, you know, you'll see this if you watch skills a lot as well. Shot power is a vital stat this year. I think it's one of those stats that's gone massively under the radar and is actually like a really powerful, important stat because of how hard, obviously, people can shoot the ball. You know, the best players have the top shot, you know, have high shot power, and he didn't gain any shot power and he didn't gain any long shots. And so, you know, they didn't boost some of the key stats for him there. Jesus Christ, this guy's kind of like picking the game back up here. They boosted all of his passing by 1, except for long passing, which they didn't boost at all. And, go on, Simon, lad. Go on, Simon, lad. Oh, what a beast, man. What a beast. What beast. What beast. Look at that beast. All right. What a beast. Yeah, they didn't boost 1 long passing, but they boosted everything else by 1. Oh, go on, Simon Powell. I see you, buddy. Bang that. Oh. For dribbling, they gave him 1 agility, but no balance. 1 ball control, but no reactions. 1 dribbling, but no composure. So they boosted half of the dribbling stats only. For defending, he got a +1 in defending, but they only boosted 2 of the 5 stats. Go on, Guilherme. Woo, banger. They boosted interceptions and heading accuracy, but not defensive awareness, standing tackle, or sliding tackle. And then for physical, they boosted 1 stamina, 1 jumping, because that's really important for Neymar. They didn't boost strength or aggression. And I kind of just sit here like, why? Again, what, you know, this Neymar has crashed the gold Neymar, and loads of other cards as well, like have crashed in price. And because of the, like, what happened was, and a lot of it isn't EA's fault. Some of it is the way people think this game should go. You know, with regards to investors, a lot of people that went unassigned this week are down in coins right now if they sell. And that is because the 83, 84, 85, 86 market has crashed. And one of the main reasons why that market has crashed is because people were so heavily overinvested in cards for Messi Player of the Month and probably for Mane or the Premier League Player of the Month, that when those 2 player of the month cards came in extremely overpriced, basically extremely bad value, when nobody's completing the SBCs, but everybody's been hoarding these cards and now everyone's panicking, they're trying to dump their investments, so it just crashes the market, right? So now all of a sudden the 83, 84, 85 market has come down dramatically. And so people are blaming EA for that, but it's not, I think in that instance, it's like, that's your decision to, take that risk and go unassigned. That's mostly, I would say, on you. However, the cause of that is that the market just in general is on the floor because the SBCs aren't good enough for people to be like, I have to do that. I need that in my life, Go on, Simon, lad. Yeah, he hasn't got the long shots, has he? And so, yeah, this market here, the market right now is on the floor. And I do think it's by design because every single promo we've had, they put a promo team in packs. Whether that's just old team of the weeks that they've re-put in, or whether that's a brand new set of players that they put in, or, with regards to some promos now, like with the Scream promo and with the Road to the Final promo, instead of just doing one team for a week, they've split that exact same team up and done it over 2 weeks instead to keep cards in packs more. And it just keeps driving down the price of the regular gold cards, which in essence isn't too much of a problem because it means that most of the players are affordable for everyone. And because the boosts of the special cards typically haven't been very good, the gold cards are still good enough. And there's been enough free content available that you can just have quite a solid squad now without putting too much into it. What's worrying is that this has set a precedent and a standard for the rest of the game cycle. And so, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, let's think ahead to team of the season. How good are these boosts going to be? Where are people's teams going to be at? Because, we're already at that stage of the year where you can have a solid squad without really putting too much effort into the game. At that point, it's like, okay, where do you go from here? And that's where a lot of my frustrations with my own road to glory come in right now, because I don't have all that much to work towards or to grind for, because of the fact that my team is already so close to the best possible. And all I need now is those, as you say, 1 million, 800k, 2 million coin cards, 3 million coin cards. I'd love that Pele card in my team. That's just something that's half unachievable. Even 91 Pele is 2.8 million coins. And then the 95 Pele, who I absolutely love to bits from draft, is 4.3 million coins. Now, the issue there again comes from the fact that you can't reasonably work towards that Pele in an amount of time that feels like you're achieving something. Okay, I need 4 million coins or more for this card. And it's just out of sight for most people. And so what that does then is it will cause a lot of people to be like, let me just put some FIFA points in, man, because in this new promo, there's these new Team of the Year cards. If I hit something big, I'll be way closer to that Pele, and then I'll only need 3 million coins. So let me just buy 12,000 FIFA points, and that's what it's designed to do. Everything EA are doing is not everything, but it sure feels like everything. But a lot of the stuff that EA are kind of putting together here feels like it's designed to just hard push FIFA points, and that's sad, man. Like, as we have talked about it a fair old chunk, but go on, Simon, lad, banger, let's go, man. He's sick. It would be nice to have grindable, high tier end game cards that require extreme amounts of time and effort to achieve them. And I've talked about it a lot, but I wish Milestones had players that were like 92, 93, 94 rated, top tier end game cards, but this isn't something even I could do in a week or two. This is something that would take me a month or two. And do you know what? I would put in the time and the effort to get there, because then I would feel like I would be rewarded for my time playing the game instead of playing the menus. That doesn't suit EA, does it? So that's where we're at. So we end up winning that game 7-1, guys. Well, our first owner scored. Simon with the hat trick, the match ball. Great. He had a few shots that he didn't really put in. What do you have? 7 out of 9 shots on target. You can see I force fed him the ball just to get him on the ball, and it's almost the point of it's easy to score goals with anybody. You know, I force fed him the ball. I got 3 goals with him. Does that make him a great player? No. Does that mean he's a bad player? Also, no. For me, it just comes down to the fact of, do I want to waste 50,000 coins on that card, or 50,000 coins worth of content on that card? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is on that one. You know, he isn't a bad card. I don't know. And I only have a few hours to decide, because in 2.5 hours, 3 hours, this card is not going to be available in game anymore. And I might have missed out on an absolute peach. You know, this might have been one of those ones where I'm like, okay, for next icon swaps, a good first owner, French league card could have been super, super useful. You know, we could play him up front, even if it's on 7 chemistry, because we've got Di Maria as well. We could play him up front, that 5-star, 4-star, that high pace, that high agility and balance. He could have been, you know, he could be a monster. So I'm going to have a little think for myself and think, is 50k worth draining for this card? And we'll find out tomorrow as to whether or not he's going to be a permanent fixture in the squad or not. So that, guys, for today is going to be the end of the video. That was the team. A lot of fun playing with that team, man. You know, that is not a team that you expect, and obviously that team wouldn't hold up if I started getting to like +10, +12 form, because the kind of teams and players I come up against would just demolish me with this team. But for the few games that we played, well, for the game that we played there, that was a lot of fun. This, though, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.